Unlike their iPhones and MacBooks, do you know that Apple's most valuable product cannot be carried or transported from one location to another? Confused? Don't be. We're referring to Apple's infamous $5 billion headquarters building, popularly known as Apple Park. One of the final things that the late Apple CEO Steve Jobs pitched to the firm was Apple headquarters. It is the tech company's second campus in Cupertino, California. Designed by Steve Jobs, the park serves as a hub for innovation and collaboration. Apple's headquarters structure is shaped like a giant alien ring, demonstrating the company's commitment to its revolutionary design and technological future. Also, there are underground secrets and a lot more to Apple's headquarters that only Steve Jobs could have dreamed of. Did you know it's also possible to move the Apple Park? For this reason, let's take a look around and see why Apple's mothership is the company's most innovative product to date. Make sure you're here for the whole thing. Despite its alien-like appearance, Apple's corporate headquarters is actually a compound of buildings solely dedicated to the company. Some of the more creative names given to this structure are Apple Park, the Spaceship, and the Ring. There are plenty of communal workspaces and trees plucked straight from natural parks throughout the Apple Park, which was designed to be a center for innovation. Steve Jobs wanted to create a collaborative environment where Apple's many employees might go for a walk in the park to clear their heads before returning to their desks to resume brainstorming. In 2011, Apple's workforce was dispersed across 100 separate buildings. When Steve Jobs presented this huge innovation to the Cupertino City Council, Steve dreamed of creating a campus where all of his brightest employees could work together in harmony. In addition, the employees were excited about the new ideas. After all, who wants to work in an old-school big office building when flat, cool, energy-efficient structures are the future? Would you mind? To get started, Apple purchased an industrial park in Cupertino, about an hour north of San Francisco, intending to combine nature, sustainability, and technology innovation to create the future of the office space. Steve Jobs met with Norman Foster, a Pritzker Prize-winning architect whose projects included the Berlin Riksdag, the Hong Kong Airport, and London's notorious Gherkin Tower, to get the ball moving on development. Norman Foster and Partners, his architecture firm, decided to take on a novel project and came up with a budget of around $500 million. Unfortunately, that budget only lasted a short time. But can you really blame them? An office of the future cannot come that easy, right? The development cost was anticipated to be around $3 billion by the end of 2011. Then, by the time it was finished in 2017, the new Apple HQ had cost an incredible $5 billion. It's a good thing that Apple had the cash on hand because the business is now valued at least $2 trillion. And it's easy to see why this one-of-a-kind structure is worth billions if you see all of the ingenious and distinctive craftsmanship that went into it. Apple's headquarters are around 2.8 million square feet in size. Its most visible structure is a massive ring that encircles the whole campus, encompassing about 1.2 million square feet of office space. To get to the campus, you must drive through a 755-foot-long, 230-meter-long underground tunnel with white-tiled walls, which leads to a massive underground parking lot with space for 3,000 cars and a 6,000-car parking lot above ground. The ring is 4 floors high, with enough space for 15,000 people to work comfortably in the park. Even more astonishing, the park has 1,000 bicycles for staff to utilize as they navigate the sprawling site. The state-of-the-art wellness center and basketball courts are 2 further features that promote staff health. A 2-story yoga studio, a physical therapy studio, and laundry facilities are all part of this health and wellness facility. Apple even provides on-site medical and dental care for its employees. The wellness center, costing over $17 million alone, was a necessary addition to Apple's industrious employees' well-being. Furthermore, Steve Jobs believed that a smart engineer gets their body moving to stimulate the brainstorming required to come up with truly new ideas. He's clearly urging his employees to get out of their office seats and live a little with all of these sports facilities. And as the saying goes, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. As a result, lunchtime at Apple HQ is top priority. The park features 7 cafes, the largest of which is spread out over 3 levels. This enormous cafe includes balconies for the patrons to eat on, as well as large glass doors that can open entirely on sunny days, creating an indoor-outdoor vibe. The cafe's outside glass doors span 4 floors to the roof and weigh a total of 440,000 pounds. Each door is silently opened and closed by subsurface actuators, i.e. mechanisms hidden underground. The cafe's capacity to feed 15,000 people every lunchtime is another amazing feature. At Apple, food is taken very seriously. Apple even developed and patented a pizza box that allows moisture and air to escape so that the crust doesn't become soggy for employees who want to take the cafe's pizza back to their place. That's kind of a bonus in a workplace that we can get on board with, right? A lot of glass and natural light was quested by Steve Jobs for the park. because the skyscraper features the largest curved glass panels in the world. He got exactly what he wanted. There are 800 of these 45-foot, 13.7-meter towers on campus. Apple's auditorium, often known as the Steve Jobs Theater, is another place where the glass is prominently displayed. The structure features a 42-foot, 12.8-meter-high glass elevator and the world's largest carbon fiber roof. This elevator is thought to be the world's tallest freestyle glass elevator. The foyer alone cost $12 million, but Jobs' goal was for the theater to stand out like a sore thumb, with the auditorium hidden underneath. Visiting Apple Park would be a lot of fun, but we're not allowed to go there. Employees of Apple and other high-ranking individuals are the only ones who can enter the ring. However, Apple built a visitor center just outside the headquarters, where visitors may get a taste of what it's like to be in the park without a pass. As a part of the center's offerings, visitors may enjoy an Apple showroom, an augmented reality section, and another cafe. The visitor center, which cost $110 million, has brought a lot of interest from Apple enthusiasts to the campus and has a wide variety of products for sale, making it a sensible investment for Apple. When Steve Jobs conceived the idea for Apple Park, he wanted nature to play a significant role in the project, not just a minor one. He intended the headquarters to be environmentally friendly and resistant to natural disasters such as earthquakes, storms, and flooding. The building contributes by gathering electricity from a rooftop solar farm, which meets around 75% of the campus's total energy requirements. Fuel cells are also used to power the remainder of the property, making the headquarters feel like an actual national park. Jobs was passionate about the new campus, including indigenous vegetation, particularly fruit trees from the orchards he recalled from his childhood in Northern California, and had 9,000 drought-resistant trees brought into place around the campus. Apple's love of trees was reflected in the wood used in the construction of the offices. Every piece of wood on campus is a one-of-a-kind recycled wood veneer. As was earlier said, it's also possible to move the Apple Park. The ring also includes base isolation and ground that protects it from earthquakes instead of genuine wood. Therefore, the building's base isolation enables it to move up to 4.5 feet, 1.37 meters in any direction, without compromising vital services. So even if a natural calamity strikes, Apple staff will continue to go about their routine. While the construction of the buildings may have been costly, Apple is confident that its environmentally friendly design decisions will reduce the company's reliance on fossil fuels. It is the largest naturally ventilated building in the world, and the rooftops can generate 17 megawatts of solar energy, in addition to saving resources and providing a sustainable workplace. All of Apple's employees benefit from the tranquility of the company's headquarters. More so, the park is both futuristic and anchored in nature, and this balance is evident in its design. The $5 billion headquarters is distinctive in look and practice because of the attention it pays to the mental and physical well-being of the many individuals that work here. Are you a fan of Apple's park development? Or do you think it went a little overboard? Also, what do you think of the idea of working in Apple Park? Let us know what you think in the comments section below.